Hello everyone, my name is Tacos, and today I want to talk about the Frost Gauntlet, in Dominion specifically. The Frost Gauntlet has always been, it's either been someone's favorite or their worst enemy, similar to like lightning. It's a long range gauntlet, and I think it actually is kind of a problem in Dominion, and I have 5 reasons why. My first reason is the damage output that comes from Frost. So damage output is the highest out of any gauntlet in the game and has the longest effective range out of all the gauntlets. This high damage in Dominion makes for 1 or 2 shot kills most of the time, or just getting damage off on your opponent and making them 1 or 2 shot just for your teammate anyway who's going towards them. Now Frost is like the sniper of Spellbreak, so it's definitely doing its job here, but it might be doing its job a little bit too well. With the lack of shields in early to mid game Dominion, kind of makes Frost an insane choice for an offhand or even a main hand. I think both Frostborn and Frost offhand are definitely meta for Dominion. Now, my second point is the gravity changes that came with Chapter 2. So with Chapter 2, we got gravity reduced by 25% from what we had in Chapter 1. While most of us are probably used to this by now and don't notice it anymore, this is directly making it easier to hit frost shots for everyone. We fall slower, so you don't need to lead as much with it, and now everyone's floaty, and you're just really easy to hit. Everyone is a lot easier to hit because of the gravity changes. So that also leads into my next point, which is projectile speed. Now, Frost is the second fastest projectile in the entire game. Lightning is the first, of course. It's insanely fast. But Frost clocking in at around 200 meters per second, the Frost Gauntlet can reliably drain your health before you even have time to react. I mean, sometimes you can see someone charging and anticipate when they're going to release, so you can, use your rune to get out of the way, or maybe you can even break line of sight. But you're not always able to do that, so, there's a frost shot to the knee. Now, my third point that I want to get to is chilly and chilly into freeze. So chilly is when you get that slow from frost before you get frozen. Sometimes you might not get frozen if you weren't touching the frost enough, but it's that slow that makes you move slow, makes you attack slow. You do everything so slow, which is a lot of free damage for the frost user or anyone that's around. You might even get frozen and then you just end up dying because you were too slow to be able to actually shoot, and then you eventually just literally couldn't do nothing. Now I know some of you might think, well, you can just run hardened. Hardened is definitely the counter to freeze, but not chilly. Hardened does not change the effect of chilly at all. Chilly makes you slow, attack slow, everything slow, and there's nothing that you can do to prevent that or stop that besides just being a frostborn. And not to mention flash freeze stacks on points, and it's just it's a lot of cold stuff going around. Now, this is my last point, and this is more so a Frostborn issue than a Frost Gauntlet issue, and that's the Frostborns being immune to all freeze. This is something that I thought was weird from the moment that I heard about the change, and I'm not saying that Frostborns shouldn't be immune to freeze. I think they should not be immune to all freeze. Like, if I flash freeze a Frostborn, it should freeze them, but if I throw a Toxic Cloud inside of their flash freeze, it should not freeze them. Frostborns have always struggled with being frozen by their own ice, and that's why I don't think it should be all freeze. Another thing to note is that you get this immunity when you have Frost offhand with Ambi. And if you have Spellslinger, if you're in the middle of getting chilly, you can just, boom, swap mid-chilly and cancel out being frozen at all. It's definitely, this isn't a huge deal, but I think Frostborns being immune to all freeze could definitely be a change for the better. Anyways, guys, that's all I've got for you today. As always, seriously, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments section below how you feel about the Frost Gauntlet, and leave a like if you liked, and sub if you want to see more. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the Hollow Lands.